Hello and welcome to my first Factorio Base Tour. Today we will take a look at my first base ever. I called it Mercury Base. I still have two save games. First one at 9 hours in and the other at rocket launch 35 hours in. Let's jump into the first save. I started playing Factorio in February 21 and I'm curious what newbie me did to launch my first rocket ever. So after 9 hours there's really not much going on here. Some solar power to the east. One single oil refinery, cute, and seems like very little defense. And iron smelting setup, producing one yellow belt. Seems like I had only red and green signs going on at this time. Well, this really isn't much, so let's jump into the other save game, shall we? Okay, I still remember doing this concrete artwork right here. At first glance, the base doesn't really look much different from the first save game, to be honest. Still very little defense and some small outposts. So here's my space launch complex, but there are no materials going into it. I guess I was just hand-feeding materials. And since the iron ore was depleted, there's a train station now. A lonely nuclear reactor. Apparently, this entire base runs on 20 megawatts. Okay, let's start the rocket. I would love to know how much time you needed to launch your first rocket. Tell me in the comments below. This, by the way, was a default settings map, so based on these stats you really don't need to kill much biters to end the game. I hate night vision, let's take it out. Okay, let's see how exactly I managed to build this rocket. We've already seen just one yellow belt worth of iron, and this is not even one belt of copper. While red and green science is unchanged from the last save, it seems. Circuit production is over here, but it seems there's a huge plastic bottleneck. Yeah, this base lacks red circuits. I mean, that's it. Here we find purple signs and what seems to be one single assembler for golden signs. But what this base shows is that you really don't need a big base and much assemblers to launch a rocket and create the parts for it. Let's see the oil setup down here. This is a mess. Seems like a mix of basic and advanced oil processing. The solar setup right here is unchanged as well. Let's take a quick look at the outposts. A little bit of uranium, oil, and copper. Oh gosh, a biter attack. I fully expected to fire a machine gun there. Flamethrowers aren't really my thing these days. Okay, let's go back and take a look at production statistics. I mined a total of 600k iron and 400k copper to get the job done. Well, I guess I burned down this entire forest. There's only one thing missing though, I can't find military science. I mean, I've done some military research, so it seems that I've just handcrafted the packs. Well, that's it. It's a small base and I was a total newbie, but finally a rocket was launched and that's all that mattered at the time. My upcoming base tours will certainly be longer and showcase more interesting builds and designs. I'm also working on a simple and short train guide right now. Thanks for watching, and if you want more and better content in the future, like and subscribe. See you next time.